Hi, so for the unadjusted trial balance, all we're going to do here is we're going to take the ending balance of my T accounts, that's from question 2, and just put them all in one one interface together so that I can see just in one spot what are the ending balances of all my accounts. Notice how there's an account name, debit, credit. Right, so look at your cash T account. Well, the cash is the account name. There's a debit side, there's a credit side. Where's the ending balance? Well, the ending balance is on the left side of the T. That's the debit side. So when we put cash into our trial balance, we're going to put the ending balance on the debit side. So let's do this. The trial balance will always be an at, because basically what we're saying is what is in each account on that last day of the month or the period or the quarter. And then all we do is just go line by line, T account by T account, and go in order of the T accounts that are given to you, right? So we'll start with cash. In my account name, I'll type the cash account name, and then I'm just going to copy over that $39,850 into the debit column. Next account's accounts receivable. Accounts receivable is $2,000, so put that ending balance right in on the debit side, right? Debit 2,000, debit 2,000, accounts receivable. Next one, supplies. So I'm going to type supplies. And this will get a little bit repetitive, but that's what this step is. It's a pretty repetitive step. Just as long as you did your T accounts right, make sure you got a good check your work on those T accounts. Because if these are wrong, your trial balance will be wrong. Right, so my prepaid insurance will be the next one. I'll put that in at $600. And equipment, that'll be my last asset on the trial balance at $10,000, right? Notice how all your assets have debit balances, right? Assets increase on the left. Their normal side, that we call it in accounting, they call it the normal side, is the debit side for all your assets. So now let's do the liabilities. We got accounts payable. Accounts payable, I'm going to actually scroll my T accounts down a little bit on this side. We'll look at it. Accounts payable has a balance of $150. Notice how it's on the right side. So put that $150 accounts payable balance on the right side of your trial balance. Next one's deferred revenue. Deferred revenue, right side, $24,000. Next one is notes payable short term right here. Make sure you pick the short-term notes payable. Notice how the balance is on the right side. We'll go $5,000. Common stock, right side $20,000. And retained earnings, right side 0. So here we go on the trial balance. Notice how all of your liabilities and equity accounts have their ending balance on the right side, on the credit side, because those are credit balances. Those increase on the credit side. Okay, so now let's do the last 3 accounts here. Service revenue. Service revenue is a right side $7,200 balance, and salaries, wage expense, left side $1,500, and dividends, left side $2,000. Now, if you did this right, you need to have your totals, your total left side equal your total right side. It's kind of why they call it a trial balance. You know, when they do all these journal entries and then pop them into the T accounts, and then what you do is you get all those ending T account balances and put them all together here. And basically what we did is we added up all the debit amounts and we ended up with $56,350. We added up all the credit amounts, ended up with that same amount. And that gives us a pretty good idea that we're probably right. Now, you don't have to be, you're not automatically right if those numbers match, but you know you're not wrong at this point. You know you're not definitely wrong at this point, if that makes sense. Right? You could be wrong, but you're not definitely wrong. If those numbers didn't match, you're definitely wrong. Put it that way. And then one other thing about this trial balance is notice how your balance sheet accounts are all together here. Everything from accounts receivable down to retained earnings, those are balance sheet accounts. And then we group the revenue and expenses, that's your income statement accounts together. And then you put the dividends together, and that's how you create your financial statements on the next step. So on the next step, we'll do a video, going through the financial statements, and you'll see this trial balance that we're going to use. Now, you could use the ending balances of your T accounts to make your income statement, balance sheet, and statement of retained earnings, but I'd rather just take this trial balance right here. It's a lot easier because the numbers are all, closer together, all in one place. All right, so hopefully that makes sense, and look for on the next video when we do the financial statements. You'll see this trial balance. Thanks.